Hi, this is Mary from Fiber Artist Market, and we're going to do a video today on how to add variable products. I know that this is a really important part of a lot of people's stores, and it's a valuable thing to be able to do. It's a little bit tricky, so bear with me, and we'll go slowly, and we'll try to make it as clear as mud. Okay, so you're signed in, you're going to products, and you want to add a product that's going to have lots of variables. So we're just going to take my test cute sheep, and I put this in before for another video, but we're going to edit it and make it a whole bunch of different kinds of cute sheep. So as you go in, the very first thing you're going to see is the name of your product. And then there's a product type, and this is where you change it. Now, there are two options. There's variables and there's a group product. I'm going to talk just about variables today, and then I'll do another shorter video on group product. Group products are where you can group things together, but they aren't necessarily variables on them. They're just a group of things that fit together, and it can be really useful, but let's focus on variables today because they're complex enough. So again, you want to have your categories in. You want as many tags as possible so that people looking for things will find you. Now, since we're going to do variables, we're going to do red, blue, and green as tags as well, because those are going to be our variables. So I've added those tags. In my short description, I'm going to say with small, medium, large in red, blue, or green. So I'm going to tell people that they are going to have these choices, and then I'm going to add that to my larger description by copying and pasting. Now, under inventory management, you have your stock keeping on, and you're going to enable your product stock management. You're going to keep your stock keeping unit as whatever you've named it, and that's going to be a little bit different in variables, as you'll see in a minute. You have your shipping and taxes in, and that's important because it's going to copy those forward, so you want to make sure that you have those correct. Now, where you're going to go is below the up cells and below the cross cells, and you're going to go to attributes and variations. That's right here. And under custom attribute, you're going to add an attribute. And we're going to use for variations, and we're going to name it, and we're going to call it size of cute test. And then we're going to give it some values. And so we're going to put in the sizes: small, oops, too many smalls. And in order to save this, you can push enter, or you can do shift and that little straight bar that shows up above the backslash. But it's easier to just enter. And we're going to do small, medium, and large. Now you could put in number values. For instance, with my wooden shoe forms, I have multiple shoe sizes in there. So we've got our size. Then we're going to do another custom attribute. I'm going to add it, and I'm going to name it color of cute test. I'm going to use it for variations, and I'm going to put in red, blue, and green because those are the ones I have. Now I'm going to save the attribute. And this is where you want to make sure you follow these steps. So you now are going to go down and you're going to save the product. Remember, we always save our work because, oh my gosh, if you don't, there's the trouble. Okay, so we've saved it. It pops back up to our product. And now we're going to pop back down here to our attributes. And you'll see that these two have filled in. We're going to click on the size. We're going to use it for variations, and we're going to click on this one. And we're going to go down here under add variation. And instead of adding a variation, we are going to create variations from all attributes. What this is going to do is mix all of these together automatically for you. This way you can have small red, blue, and greens, medium red, blue, and greens, and large red, blue, and greens. Now, what if you don't have one? Well, we're going to take care of that in the variations. So let's go ahead and let the computer create that. And then you're going to click go. And it's going to ask you if you're sure you want to link them together. And yes, you do. And now it's going to do its magic. And tells you that it added them. And here we go. And now we have all of these different things that you can buy. And it's assigned a number to them. You're going to go to the number, and you're going to click on the number, and then you're going to manage stock. So you need to know how many small reds you have. You also need to decide if a small red is going to cost more than a large red, or vice versa. So we put in the price for the base, that the product that we entered is $12. But what if a small red one is only $8? Whoops, not 88, is $8. We can make it $8. We can give it a sale price. We can determine that it's out of stock if we want to. We need to do the stock quantity. You want to know when you're running out. So let's say I have 20 of these. I'm not going to allow back orders. It's going to let me know when we run out, okay? Shipping class is going to be the same as the original product you put in. Tax class is going to be the same. And the variation description is, this is a small, red, cute test. Okay? And we're going to go down here, and we're going to figure this out for every single one. So we're going to make mediums are going to be $12. We're not going to have a sale price. We're going to have 20 of these. And everything else is going to be the same. So we're going to go through this fairly quickly just to get the idea. You do have to go do the work on each one. And what if you run out of one? Well, that's okay. Maybe you run out of blue mediums. Well, it's going to tell you, and more importantly, your customers, that you ran out of blue mediums. So you're going to fill all of these in. You can just keep going down and managing stock. And we're going to put in 12, and I'm just making these numbers up. Obviously, your numbers are going to be different. And we're going to go through this whole thing, as boring as it may be, because you need to really get this in your head that you have to go do this for every single one. So the more combinations you have, as with everything else, the more of the work you have to do. But this is amazing. And you'll see when we finish all of this that why you want to do this and how it helps your customers to buy exactly what they want from you, and especially if you have lots of different colors. So here we are. We've got them all. And we're going to save our variations. So make sure you save them. You don't want to do all that work for nothing. And you're going to save the product again. Make sure. Again, I can't tell you how many times I need to tell you save, save, save. Always save. So this is perfect. Now, we have made this a draft and hidden. So I'm going to go down and I'm going to briefly make this an online visible product, and I'm going to save it. And then we're going to go view the product. And here's how the product is going to show up. So now I would have loaded pictures of red, blue, and green, small, medium, and larges. My picture's taking a minute to show up and it's not size. Oh, there we go. So let's pretend that on the left-hand side, those are all my sizes and colors. When somebody goes to buy this, they're going to click on a small blue, and then they can add that to the cart. So this allows you to do what all the big guys do, which is make sure that people can buy exactly what they want, and you don't have to then go make a different post of a different product for every one of these and hope that you get it all straight. But it does really help if you're adding lots of variables. At least for me, it helps to sit down and draw a little graph and write out somehow exactly what I'm going to put in for my variables and how I want them to mix and match. And then come to this page and check, make sure that it shows what you want. So for instance, a small blue comes up as $12, but I made a small red $8. Good. Okay, it's doing it. There's 20 in stock. It's going to tell your customers when you're running out as well. So that's how you do variables. A little tricky when you get to the variations, but really not that bad. And you'll be amazed at how much this makes your store much more useful. So thank you for listening today, and I'll get this posted to the Facebook page and links. Thank you.